Hi, I'm Joey from Porsche Work. I'm going to do a quick walk around video of this certified pre-owned 2020 911 Carrera 4S. So this is the first year of the new gen, the 992. And Porsche introduced different styles to this 911. You can see in the front, especially down on the bottom, gives you a nice wide sporty feel. And they brought a new style over here to the side, even down to the handle. It is a now flush design with a comfort access entry right there, a little indentation. When we move along to the back side, you can see a nice stylistic straight light bar. And then on the bottom, it introduces a nice style as well, gives you a little more of an aggressive look, a nice clean look as well. Along with that, we're going to go inside and talk about some performance aspects of this 911. So this beauty is powered by a 3-liter flat 6 in the rear. You're getting around 443 horsepower, around 390 foot-pounds of torque, and it sounds like this. As well as that, this one is powered by the 8-speed PDK. You can also get it in a manual, which is just as fun. Once the car is on, our infotainment system loads up. And you can see there's a lot of different tiles, icons here for controlling the infotainment. The one I would like to go over is this one right here where it says car. And when you hit it properly, it pops right up. Over here, we have access to change our drive modes: wet mode, normal mode, sport mode. Down here, these 3 options. This turns off that feature which will turn the engine off when you come to a stop. With the red line goes away. Same thing with the exhaust system. I can activate it. Spoiler. The only thing with the spoiler is it makes you hit and hold it to retract, and the image on the screen right there represented the closing position. Our chassis right here, normal sport, gives you a little more of a firmer, stiffer feel in the sport mode. Now, if you come down just below the screen, we have these little tabs right here. These tabs will also manipulate the car if you didn't want to come here to the screen. Wet, sport, our emergency flashers. This is turning off our traction control, and then this will be our chassis control as well. So if you're more of a physical button type of person, that's how we can do it right there. So in addition to that, over here on the left we have our icons, or what I like to call the toolbar. First icons are navigation, map, destination, and we can set our favorites along the way. We have media. This will allow us to listen to any type of FM, AM satellite radio, as well as accessing any type of Bluetooth device we have connected to the car. Phone, once our phone is connected, we'll be able to access phone calls and media streaming as well. You can see down here it has messages depending on the type of phone and the generation of the phone you have. You'll be able to access messages that way as well. Car, we just went over that. And then the climate. This is a neat one to know, because down here we have our quick access for our temperature, fan speed, passenger temperature. And as you can see down here, there's no control of climate, direction of airflow per se. When you come up to the screen, this is where we have direction, turning our ventilation on and off, having our AC on and off, recirculation. That just close the vents to recirculate any type of air inside the cabin. Auto air circulation, which I would recommend. It can determine when and where to turn on and off the circulation and synchronize. Just making both sides of the cabin the same temperature. Whenever you put the 911 in reverse, your backup camera pops up, as well as above view 360 camera. You see these little camera icons right there? That's letting me know, hey, my rear view camera is active. That's my front camera being active. You're gonna notice on the left here, there's 3 little, let's say, slots or different types of video. Regular backup camera. This one gives you a different view or vision. You can see it's a little, not a fisheye lens, but it kind of mimics that as well. And then we have the side. So when you're pulling close to the sidewalk, you're guaranteed not to scuff up your rims. So this 911 introduces the first year too, where they introduce this new kind of gauge setup. Now it looks really neat, and it's even easier to navigate through. On the right hand side of our steering wheel, we have a little control area right here. The far right button, you can see whenever I hit this button, it's going to highlight which screen behind the steering wheel I can manipulate. Knowing which screen I have selected, I can use my control knob right here, and every time I scroll this up and down, it presents different data points on the screen I can look at or manipulate. So for an example, when I come up here to my vehicle, this is giving me engine temperature, coolant, battery, and if I ever push that scroll in, it will give me options to change my view, to check my oil level. Since it's being a rare engine, you can't really get to the engine to check it yourself, check on service that's needed, and any notifications the car is yelling you about, you can see why the car is yelling at you. When someone's calling you, easily answer and hang up calls with this button right here. And on the left side of the steering wheel, I have my voice activation point, my volume, my control key, which I can manipulate or assign any function I would want to, simply by holding it down. And you can see on the screen right here, it lets me say, hey, I can change the function to my shortcut key. Let me do that. And I can assign a feature to that button just by doing that. It's pretty neat. Well, I notice a lot of people do enjoy the next station track, as well as home link. This will bring up your garage door system, so you don't have to worry about going through the computer to find your garage door. You just hit this, and now whenever I come here, I can come to my diamond button, tap it, and it lets me go right to my home link system. I don't have anything saved, but it will pop up whenever you have your saved profile. With the engine being in the rear, our storage mainly is in the front here. We call it a frunk. Now on our key, we have a button right here to release. Once we slide our hand inside, right to the left of our emblem, there's our release point, and we can lift it right up. It's a lot deeper than the previous gen. You can have plenty of room for goods. No golf clubs though, unfortunately. And all we do to close it, put a little pressure, and then what I recommend is with your palm, push down on your emblem to give it a solid close. Now let's take a look at what we have inside for storage. In the back of the 911, there are 2 seats, but there is additional storage by creating the back seat to turn into a bench style storage. You can see I have it up right now. On the top corner, there's a little release point. That allows me to turn into this neat little shelving unit. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you're interested in driving this car, feel free to come on into Porsche Warwick. We'll be more than happy to help you.